I've got this stuff going on in my world and I think I have some psychic abilities, but I don't know where to start. I've got just the place for you. If you've got psychic gifts, it is in your very best interest to learn how to manage them. Whether you decide to use them outside of your house or not, if you don't learn to manage your gifts, they can run you over. Ask me how I know. I know. Under the area of personal protection, one of my favorites is creating an energy or a protection bubble. It's quite easy to do, and I actually keep a protection bubble around me most of the time, but then I pump it up and enforce it under certain circumstances. So before I do a reading, I put up a protection bubble. And it's so easy. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take a couple of nice deep breaths. You're going to say your prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. And the presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is, and it is good. And take a nice deep breath. And then with your eyes closed, you're going to envision this beautiful ball of light in front of you. And it's getting bigger as you continue to send it love and energy to the point where it's large enough for you to step in and be enveloped by this beautiful ball of love and energy. So in your mind's eye, I want you to go ahead and open up the door to this bubble and step inside. And you can look around and you can say, wow, this is beautiful. The temperature's perfect. It's comfortable. I like it. It feels good. I feel protected. Okay? And activate your palm chakras. And with your eyes closed, just gently push out until you can feel the inside of that bubble. It should be 2 to 3 feet out from you. You should feel like a little pushback, okay? Just a little resistance. That tells you and validates that you've got an energy bubble around you. If you don't feel it, don't worry about it. Just take another couple deep breaths. And just as you blow out, just send some extra divine energy to that protection bubble. Okay, and remember, it goes above you, it goes beside you, front and back, and most importantly, it goes under you. The floor doesn't have anything to do with it. It goes right underneath your feet. Okay, this is energy. This doesn't have anything to do with the physical. So you've got yourself in this nice bubble. So check it again. Just see if you can feel that energy bubble. Okay, yeah. All right, good. It's a really simple tool to use. I even taught it to a 9-year-old who was literally under attack by something very evil. And when I taught her, what I taught her was, so if she's feeling like she needs to pump up the energy in it, and you can do this too, I bring in a foot pump like you would use to pump up like an airbed or something. And I make noises and I said, just pump it up like a balloon. Just like, fum, 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 fum. Until it's nice and taut, and then check it again to confirm that, yep, there it is. And that helped give her a sense of validity that it was there and a sense of protection, but it actually did strengthen her bubble. So once you've got your bubble in place, then you can say something like, this bubble is to remain in effect for the next 2 hours. With no training, you have enough power to keep a bubble in place for at least 2 hours. With training, you can keep it up for much longer than that. But start with 2 hours. And nothing can penetrate this bubble. Nothing evil or negative can get in, but anything evil or negative can get out. I am completely protected. Nothing can dissolve or disintegrate this bubble but me. So be it. You can modify this in any way you like. In your paperwork, you have some other ideas on how to program your bubble. And then I like to use a shortcut because, nobody really wants to take 5 minutes to make their bubble, right? I bubble up every time I go into a major retailer like Walmart. So not that Walmart's bad, but boy, there's a lot of interesting energy in there, isn't there? So when I hit the double doors, I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot to do my bubble. I have a double snap. And I just say, bubble up. I'm sure people around me are going, what is she doing? But that's my shortcut. So once you get practiced, you can just bubble up and poof, instantaneously. Remember, things don't work the same way in the energetic world that it does in the 3-dimensional world. So it doesn't take 5 minutes. It's instantaneous. So that's how you create your energy bubble. Very useful. You'll want to set it up, especially if you've got a client that you think maybe they've got some attachments or has really got some big issues. Bubble up, baby. Bubble up. One of the main things that you're going to want to do when you get done with a client or any kind of a session that involves working with other entities is you're going to want to cut your cords. And what does that mean? Well, we all have energetic cords to everything and everyone in our life. Some are pretty minor, some are pretty strong. So, for example, you might have a very strong energetic cord with your family, with your mom or your dad or your siblings. Those are long and hard and deep, okay? Somebody who just met on the subway, probably not so much. Those are going to be more like a little single thread in a spider web. But you're going to have cords with everyone and everything that you come in contact with. Most of the time it's not a big deal. But if you're working as a spiritual counselor, you're working with clients who, by the nature of them needing your help, they are typically chaotic in their energy. They may be diseased. They've got issues. Then you don't want to stay connected to those things that are associated with that person. We just did the exercise where you felt energy. Well, believe me, once you've got an energetic cord with someone, it can travel back and forth. You to them and them to you. So you want to learn how to cut your cords after you do a psychic reading. How do you do that? It is so easy. Remember how we activate our palm chakras, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to take your left hand, palm up, your right hand, palm down. And you're going to go below your crotch and above your head. And you're just going to have the intention. So state the intention. My intention is to find the energetic cords to this client. And you're just going to come through. And you're going to see where that pushback is. It could feel like a little bungee cord. So that's what I want you to think of it as. So you're going to grab that bungee cord, pull it away from your body, hold it with your left hand, let go with your right hand, make some scissors, come close to your body, and cut it. All right. I usually like to have like a little green fire there to dispose it in, and I just throw it in the fire and just cut it. Okay. Now, I actually do this in front of the client, and I encourage them to cut their cords with me also. If you're not comfortable with that, once they leave, then cut their cords. Okay. But it's helpful to cut the cords, especially if you're doing any kind of channeling, because if you're channeling, Susie, and Uncle Bob is there, and then Susie leaves and Judy comes in. Uncle Bob was still connected, right? So you're giving the wrong reading to Judy when Uncle Bob is still connected. So cutting your cords after each one is part of your protection, part of your healthy boundaries, but it also helps you stay accurate and current with each new client. So that's how you cut your cords. It's so easy to do. How do you bring your frequencies up in a hurry? Maybe you've just gotten done with a pretty intense reading and you've cleared your space and you've cleared yourself, but you need to recharge a little bit before your next client comes in. Clear your space, clear yourself, cut your cords, say some prayers. If you can plug into that stream of consciousness that is available to everyone, take your plug back in. But there's also some three-dimensional ways that you can bring your frequencies up in a big hurry. I warn you, they're kind of silly. So the first one is basically happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy. Yeah, I warned you it was silly, didn't I? Do that for about 30 seconds. And I promise you're going to feel real stupid in the beginning, okay? Just do it. And if you do it for it takes about 30 seconds, maybe a little bit longer, you're going to suddenly feel like this emotion of gratitude and joy is going to start to well up in you. And you may start to feel emotional and start to cry. This tells you have brought your frequencies up from wherever they were up, okay? And this then creates your ability to dial into those higher divine radio stations. Another way, maybe you don't want to sing and clap. Okay. Just start laughing. Ha 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 ha. It's a form of breath work. And it, again, I mean, it's really stupid. Probably don't want to do it in front of your client. Just saying. Okay. But it's going to bring up your frequencies. And after a couple of seconds, you're going to start to feel silly and you're going to start to laugh. Okay. Another way to bring your frequencies up in a hurry. Play some upbeat music and get out there and do some dancing, okay? You know, break a move, all right? Just get your body moving. Do a couple exercises, you know? Just move that physical body. Bring your spirit back into your body, okay? Just get those muscles going. That's just going to kind of spark some of those energies to bring them up. So there's a couple of ways. I'm sure you'll find your own. Hug your puppy, hug your baby. You know, think of something happy. Go to a happy place. Think of grounding yourself. Be on the beach. So bring your frequencies up in a hurry. There are lots of good ways to do it. Whether you want to do it professionally or if you've already been doing it professionally, I have created an online course that you can take at your own pace that will walk you through how to really develop your psychic abilities, and if you want to do readings for other people, and even to make money at it. It's called, you know, Make Money Doing Psychic Readings. It's reasonably priced. It's easy to go through. It will really educate you as to how to do it safely, and identify your psychic skills, and then how to develop them. Well, this is Susan at the Rock Shop at 311 Broadway, historic downtown Paducah. I am a psychic, a medium, a clairvoyant, a Reiki master, a sound healer. I do hope you'll consider taking the course, and the link is right below.